Well, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Breaking big in Pennsylvania. Actually, there's two big things going on in Pennsylvania right now. Two things that are moving their way through the courts that are involving Pennsylvania elections. So I'll go to the first one. This is out of the Lancaster Patriots. SCOTUS is to consider taking case on constitutionality of mail-in voting. So in Pennsylvania, they have no excuse mail-in voting. And the sad reality is, folks, the Republicans voted for that in the Pennsylvania House. Now, Jake Corman is their leader, and he is also a guy who cannot stand Doug Mastriano. There's a whole backstory on that. If you've been following my channel long enough, you know. But on January 6th, 2023, the U.S. Supreme Court could decide to take a case concerning mail-in voting in Pennsylvania, continuing the saga that began on October 31st, 2019, when Governor Tom Wolf signed into law the Republican-backed Act 77. The case, titled Timothy R. Bonner et al. Petitioners versus Leigh Chapman in her official capacity as Acting Secretary of State of Pennsylvania et al., has already been through the Pennsylvania courts, and the U.S. Supreme Court has been asked to consider reviewing the case on the grounds of whether the mail-in voting portion of Act 77 violates the U.S. Constitution. Now, the attorney representing the petitioners told the Lancaster Patriot that he is hopeful the case will be heard, and they say that it violates Article 1, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution. It's the times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. This case is interesting, and I want to see your comments on this, where you think this will go, but Toffel said that this clause mandates that states must specify places where federal elections are held. And because they have done the no excuse mail-in voting, there is no place specified. Other thing, and this is interesting because this involves Heather Honey, who had shown up in Arizona. So a judge in Pennsylvania has ordered the Lycoming County Office of Voter Services to provide investigator Heather Honey with a digital copy of the CVR, or cast vote record file. They will have to include every precinct tabulator and central tabulator. So I guess that's been going on for a while, but she's going to get access to the CVR. So this simply deals with election law, but Heather Honey believed that the Pennsylvania Department of State was giving guidance to election officials that was based on political reasons rather than law. So we'll see what comes of all this. Two big cases in Pennsylvania. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and support the sponsor, MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack will save you up to 66%. Get some of those Giza sheets. You will absolutely love them.